Okay, coming up in Med Center today, a lot of people are traveling this time of year. You might just be coming back from your family's place, but if you're pregnant or you've ever traveled with someone who's pregnant, it can be questionable. You're wondering, what's safe, what's not safe. So to talk about that, we have Dr. Christina Francis from Christie Clinic with us now. Thanks for being with us, Christina.
Thank you.
So, for mothers that are worried, I feel like every year we were just talking about this, to hear something new that you should or shouldn't do when you're pregnant. What should people know when traveling?
Well, I think it's important to remember that traveling during pregnancy can be very safe. There are just some things to keep in mind. Always best to check with your physician, of course, before you travel. And then to remember that the best time to travel during pregnancy is during the second trimester, which is going to be between 14 and 28 weeks.
Okay, so people should know, there is a time when it's ideal if you're going to visit family.
Right, right.
And how about as far as, the means of traveling, if you're taking a road trip?
Right, right. So if you're traveling in the car, just take standard precautions. Of course, always wear a seatbelt. For pregnant ladies, sometimes their belly can get in the way, but it's important to remember that that lap belt should be underneath of the belly, not across it. And then you need to think about the length of time that you're going to be traveling. If it's going to be 4 hours or more, you should stop the car, get out and walk around. This is to prevent blood clots in the legs. And then make sure you're drinking plenty of water so that you stay hydrated during the trip.
Oh, wow. So that's very important, to take a break, get out, take a little bit of a walk at the rest center.
Right, right.
Okay, that's
right.
good to know. How about if you're traveling by air? Hopefully it's going to cut down on some of that time. But
exactly.
If you're, on a plane, what should people know?
Sure. Well, the first thing to know is that you need to check with the airline. Some airlines have certain restrictions about how far along they'll let pregnant women travel. Most will let you travel up to 34 to 36 weeks, but make sure you check with the airline before going. And then the same things apply to air travel. Make sure that you get up every couple of hours, walk around, take a trip to the restroom, get that blood flowing, and drink plenty of water.
And how about traveling internationally? Anything different there?
Well, certainly if you're traveling internationally, the most important thing is to find out what, if any, vaccinations you're going to need before traveling, especially if you're traveling to Asia or Africa. You may need some vaccinations that may or may not be safe in pregnancy. You can go to the CDC's website, www.cdc.gov, and they will tell you what vaccinations you need for the place that you're going.
Yeah, I'm sure that might be a question a lot of parents have. If I'm carrying a child and I'm getting vaccinated, how helpful is that, or, what do I need to know?
Exactly, exactly. So you can go to that website, print off a list of the ones that you'll need, and then take that into your physician to find out if those are okay during pregnancy.
Is there any other questions that you get from mothers, especially this time of year, like we were saying, when everybody's visiting family, they're thinking, I don't want to stress out, my child, or, any questions like that?
Sure, sure. Well, I think a lot of mothers are concerned, what if something happens when I'm traveling? And so at Christie, we actually recommend a free app for your iPhone called iTriage that you can use to look up hospitals and physicians that are close to where you're at the time. And so I think that's important to know. And then the other thing is that if you've been experiencing complications of your pregnancy, our recommendation would definitely be to stick close to home.
Well, these are all very good tips. We want to thank you so much for sharing them with us. And if you guys would like to see them again, or you'd like to send them to somebody who's pregnant right now, someone you love, just head to our website, IllinoisHomepage.net, click on the morning show, and click on Med Live. You can watch this all over again, and we'll have those tips there for you. We will be right back after this break.